How you guys doing? This is Isaac Eubank, and this is sup, friend? Just hanging out with my boy Tony Lopez, man, from my hometown, Ukaipa. This guy, he's a hold on one second, guys. I'm getting feedback. That is no bueno. Paused it. There we go. Anyways, I'm back. All right. So yeah, man, he's from my hometown, Ukaipa. This dude's a world champion fighter, you guys. He's fought all over the planet. I'm telling you, there isn't a place this guy won't go to whoop somebody's ass. Let me tell you. He's done movies. He's just a world-class individual, man, and I'm honored to sit here and talk to him today. I want to thank my sponsors real quick. Happy Thrift on Facebook and eBay. That's your home for vintage everything, you guys. If you guys are shopping, hit it up. It's awesome. All right. I'm back. What's up, Tony? How you doing, brother? Man, I'm excited to have you on here. You're like one of my favorite fighters, man. You're one of my favorite individuals because we came from the same hometown, and we had similar paths, and you're still just crushing the game, brother. You're still just crushing the game, man. Well, what's up with you, man? How you been, man? You look good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, getting ready for my fight that's coming up here in August. And, just been training and, doing my thing, and just came back actually from a little, like a 2-day vacay up in the mountains with the family. So I'm
Nice.
feeling rested.
Nice. Now, is this that 185 fight that's coming up? It's like a middleweight fight?
You know what? It was supposed to be, a middleweight championship fight for King of the Cage. But the champ decided to pull out and go a different route. So now it'll still be for King of the Cage, but I'll be defending my heavyweight title.
Oh, cool deal. Cool deal. Hey, man, you get to eat. You know what I'm saying? You get to eat. You get to be comfortable in your training camp, so that's got to be a good thing, man. And I think you're dangerous at whatever weight, man. I was kind of pumped, though, to see you at 185, man. I'd like to see what you can do. See if these guys can handle it, man. They don't understand the big man's game. When the big man goes down to the little man's game, they don't get it. They don't think that you're quick enough that you can hang. But it's scary, man. It's scary when the big man can go down to the little man's game.
I mean, obviously that's what happened, I guess, with my opponent.
Yeah.
Somewhat a different, but it was good. I mean, I was cutting weight down. I was about 205 or so. So I mean, I was working my way down there slowly, but it's a pain in the butt when you kind of weight. Not being able to eat this or
Yeah.
that, or with me it was portions. My portion control was like, hey, I can only eat so much. So that's the part that I hate the most because I want more and more, and I want to get full.
Yeah.
So
For sure, man, for sure. So, how's your training camp going, man? Are things going good? Do you have some good partners in there throwing bones at you, or what, man?
well, you know what, I cross train a lot.
Hmm.
So I'll go down to CSW, great camp over there with Josh Barnett, and then over with Camp Wolverine in San Bernardino. So I mean, like I said, I switch it up, and that way, like I said, when some days big guys might not be in this one place, hey, I'll go to a different camp and stuff like that. And like I said, I get my road work and all that kind of stuff, lifting and circuits, all that here at my house.
Hmm.
So the sparring and rolling around, that's where when I go cross training, it's good.
That's cool, man. Now, you said you just got back from the mountains, man. 2 days little vacay with the family and stuff like that. So, I mean, what does a fighter, a champion, a killer? What do they do? What's the other side that people don't see? When you're out with the family and stuff, what do you do when you go and you just chill?
Well, man, it's just like anybody else. We go out, have fun, and like we went up to a crest line, and there's a lake up there called Lake Gregory, and there's what is it, like a little, I guess, what do you call it, a playground on the lake for the kids
Hmm.
and stuff.
Hmm.
We sit out there and they all spent the whole day out there just jumping around, having a good time.
That's
And
awesome, man.
same thing, after that, barbecue on the lakeside right there, and camp up there. So I mean, it's nice to hang out, relax and just not worry about anything for those couple days.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. You know, man, you've been in this fight game so long, man. Is your family are they like, Dad, they want to spend more time with you, or are they just like, keep doing your thing, Dad? Are they, are they super supportive, or what? What's the family saying right now?
I mean, it goes both ways depending on how I do in my fights. You
Hmm.
know, when I train right and do everything properly, in the training camp, my fights are great, and my kids, the family, they're all behind me. But when I start slacking off, in training and basically in training, it shows in my fights, and my wife is my number one critic. She'll tell me, hey, you know what, it look like it's time for you to hang. My kids, they always, they like seeing me, fight and go brag to their friends that I fight and stuff like that. And when I lose, they're like, man, I can't tell nobody you fight. They like blank that fight out.
Hmm.
So, but like I said, they support me a lot, and it's because of them. I keep doing what I'm doing because with fighting, I do get to spend more time with my kids because when I go to a training camp, or when I go, I should say, cross train, I'm gone for 3 4 hours, and then I'm back at home instead of where I'd have a regular job. I'm gone 8 9 hours a day.
Hmm.
You know, they do see me more and stuff like that.
That's good, man. That's good. Now, on a different note, man, I want to ask you about the CTE, you know, and just time in the cage in these battles. You're pretty sharp, man. When I talk to you, you're very articulate. You're a lot quicker than me. You find your words a lot better than I do, and I'm a freaking professional comic. But yeah, man. What do you think about it, man? Do you spar hard still? What have you done to kind of combat the CTE, or what's your approach to it?
You know what? It's trying not to get hit,
Yeah.
but when I spar, my sparring usually ain't hard, and when I do go hard, it's only because my opponents try to, go hard, and after a couple exchanges, they tone it down a little.
Yeah.
So, it's just, I mean, I to me, hey, I'll go hard in the cage. When I'm sparring, hey, that's my time to practice my moves, my techniques, and
Yeah.
works. I don't need to go 100% when I'm sparring. I can sometimes do 85, 90
Hmm.
just to feel a hit or give a hit, see if everything's right. But I can't be doing 10 rounds, or 3 4 times a week, because then, hey, I'll have a short career.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's good, man. That's good. I like the smart approach to it, man. I think that a lot more fighters are taking this smart approach, and it's gonna lengthen their time in the cage, man. And this whole thing with the PEDs now too, all this testing from USADA, man. I honestly, in my opinion, I think it's cool for the older fighters like ourselves because now it levels that playing field. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, now you got to come down and deal with our experience, and compete with that.
Yeah. I to me, I've always been one of those where it comes from the old school type of fighting where I'm thinking like, I don't really care what you do or what you take or stuff like that to try and make yourself better.
Yeah.
You got to do all that extra stuff. I'm going to show you why. You,
Right. Yeah.
so to me, it's more of it's like, hey, okay, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
That's
So,
good.
but I mean, it's good, trying to level it off for everybody else that's more normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny, man. Hey, now, fighting's not the only thing you do, man. You're freaking in movies and stuff like that. I'm seeing you post stuff. You're in Danny Trujillo movies and stuff like that, man. I've been all over Netflix, looking at Danny Trujillo movies, trying to find you. You got to let me know, man. Which ones are you in, and are you still doing that or what?
Well, I'm trying. Like I say, I get hit up for auditions. I go try out and do all that. All that acting type stuff. But it's just the ones that land.
Yeah.
And all right now, like I said, I did take a little break because
Hmm.
I had to get my fighting back on track. When my fighting's on track, hey, the acting's on track too,
Yeah.
because I can be all around. I don't want to give up my fighting for my acting just yet. So I try and make sure, hey, when I'm on point with fighting,
Hmm.
hey, I can gigs and do that because hey, everything's going good.
That's cool. So it's not they don't conflict with each other then.
No, no. A lot of times, I mean, they work out just right. Where hey, you know what, I got 3 4 weeks off, and hey, here comes a gig, and hey,
Hmm.
we can do it in between fights. So
That's cool, man. That's cool. Name some of the movies you've done, man, so that I can go check these out. Some of these people come check you out.
well, the movie I did one movie, and it was Age of Glory,
Hmm.
and that was with Danny Trejo and Stephen Bauer in there. And then I did a music video where it was what's his name, Drake music video.
Ah, Drake, yeah.
uh, Hold on. And then I did a commercial, which that one played overseas in Italy and France, which is kind of cool. Made
Yeah, that's
myself speak.
cool.
So
You just
that's what I've been doing right there. So
That's cool, man. You just got back from Russia, man. You just whooped some Russian dude's ass. Tell me about that, man. How was that? Were you scared to be over in Russia? I mean, I hear a lot of crazy things about it, over there. Or was it pretty chill? I mean, was it pretty, comfortable?
no, it was relaxed. I had one of the guys there who was taking me around sightseeing and stuff like that, which was awesome.
Hmm.
Get out there and go to a new place and get to actually see the town and the place, and he gave me a little history lesson, about everything that happened there, which was cool.
Hmm.
And no, it was good. And, I never worry about when I go overseas or anything like that about, oh my God, what's going on here, or how do they
Hmm.
treat Americans or Mexicans or anything like that.
Hmm.
So it's usually good. No
That's cool,
complaint.
man. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of people they just they don't know, like they're ignorant. They don't know what's going on over there. They see videos, they watch propaganda or whatever. And when you travel, I was in the military. When I traveled, I found out a lot more people are like us than you would think. And it, it it was for me it wasn't that bad of an experience. That's cool, man. So was it cold? Was it cold when you went over there? Were you freezing your balls off, or what was it like? What was the weather like?
No, actually, the weather was nice. It was almost like here. Not as well, not like right now though, but it was probably in the 80s and stuff like that. So it was comfortable,
Hmm.
nice.
Hmm.
They rained off and on, but it wasn't like a cold rain, so it was good. It was comfortable. I was in shorts and
That's cool, man. That's cool. There wasn't no crazy dudes like hanging off of freaking skyscrapers while you're over there, was there? You see,
no,
have you seen those videos, man? Those guys over there in Russia are crazy, man. Oh, um,
that, that's a little too crazy for me.
right? Uh, man, I, I wanted to ask you about Mark Hunt and freaking Brock Lesnar, man. What do you think about that? That's gonna be something, right?
I mean, it would be a good one. you know, I can't say, hey, who's going to win,
Yeah,
because it could go either way. It just depends on who gets that first shot, and that's it.
yeah.
But I mean, it'll be interesting.
I saw your post, and it seemed like you were upset, about um, just about the game in general being like ageist almost, and overlooking good fighters because they don't want the good older fighters to mess up the game for these younger fighters like these Sage Northcuts and shit like that. And I agree with you, man. I agree with you. It it's tough, man. It is tough. What tell me a little bit about your struggle, man, so we know what's going on with you and your story.
Well, I mean, for one, I got a unique, I'll call it, fighting style.
Mhm.
It ain't pretty like you see the up in the UFC, Strike Force, Bellator, all that stuff. Back in Pride, how you see some fighters come out and it's like, man, that's a fighter. Look how he threw that punch or that kick or this or that, how he moves.
Yeah.
My moves are just, hey, out there to survive, and I go with the flow, so to say.
Hmm.
I mean, you look at me, you might think, man, does this guy have any skills? How's he win? Well, I got skills. They're just different.
Hmm.
And but like it's hard because that was, I think, back in the day when I was a little younger.
Hmm.
Problem that they looked at me and said, man, this guy, he don't look like a fight. He don't move like a fighter, but yet he wins, and he's doing this and that. And I think that was holding me back. And now, on top of that, I'm older. I think that they're using that now, instead of just saying, hey, you don't fight pretty. They'll tell you, well, he's old. What's I going to say about the sport if we bring this old guy who doesn't look pretty when he fights, and he whoops on all these guys.
Mhm.
And so it's one of those things where, as time goes, it makes it harder for me to
Mhm.
move up because of that. Not
Mhm.
because I can't do it, I ain't got the skills or the chin or whatever, the stamina, all that stuff, because I'll tell you right now, I can outlast anybody in their 20s. My
Mhm.
card is great. My strength, hey, just as equal to anyone in their 20s or,
Yeah.
early 30s, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, if not, it's better.
Yeah.
So they're nitpicking. That's the way
Mhm.
I feel. Picking on what I have, what I do. I mean, if I lose one fight, it's like, oh no, you lost to so and so. Man, you can't, we can't use you. I could win 5 in a row, and they'd be like, oh, just keep doing what you're doing, and
Yeah.
when the opportunity comes, we'll call on you.
Have
So,
you always managed yourself, or did you? Who do you got working for you, or what's going on?
well, I mean, I've had a couple managers throughout my career.
Hmm.
It just never panned out. It's managers are managers, and they're out for managing and making money.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've had instances where they tell me, hey, you know what, I got to fight for you, and it's here and it's for this much, and I'm like, okay, well, I got another fight over here that's lined up, and I'm getting paid 3 times as much. He's, oh no, no, but this one's better, and I'm like, why?
It just
Oh,
seems.
this, that, whatever, but it's all about the money. They're
Mhm.
getting that other fight, which doesn't pay me nothing, but yet, they want me to take a lesser fight and or even against a lesser opponent.
Yeah.
And then, like, to me, it's always like, hey, the name, the place, and the money.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to go.
Hmm.
So it's mainly me and my wife,
Yeah.
you know, take care of business.
That's good, man. See, it's tough, man, because it's not as established as boxing. For MMA, in boxing, they have a lot of different management, teams and different gyms and stuff like that that are set up and they sponsor fighters. There's only a few in MMA that really do it, AKA American Top Team. Black Zillion just went bankrupt doing it. I think that might be why there's not a lot of people in MMA doing it, but it, I think that would help, at least with future fighters, man. It might be past us. I mean, you're still in the game. It's definitely past me. That's why I moved on to comedy. But I mean, you're still in the game. But my point being though, if there was something set up like that, like maybe around you, like a AKA or a place that you can go to and get with, maybe that might help. I don't know, man. I want to see you get in there, so I'm just sitting here trying to brainstorm, trying to figure out, oh man, how could we get this guy there? Because you're right about whooping these dudes' asses, man. I'm these guys, they're getting in there now. They're ducks, man. They're just like they got gym muscles. They can, they look good. They're marketable, but they're not fucking fighters, man. We've gone is the day of the fighter. It's sad. It's really really
Yeah,
sad.
yeah. No,
So.
I mean, a gym around here like that, it might be okay. Like I said, just because there are somebody, and if they got connections to get in. But then again, the excuse me, the gyms that I cross train here,
Mhm.
people in their gyms that are in the UFC and Bellator and all that stuff. So I mean, it's the same thing, but it's me.
Mhm.
It's me, my name, who I am. That for some reason they just don't want on their card yet or
Mhm.
ever.
Mhm.
So I mean, like that was in my the beginning of my career. I was on fire. I was fighting. I was having a good time. But then the minute I found out that hey, UFC don't want you. Back then that's where everybody wanted to go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so kind of like I got depressed. I was like, what the hell? They don't want me. And that's
Mhm.
where my record went to shit.
Mhm.
From an 18-2 record, all of a sudden all these losses started coming just because I was just fighting, going through the
That was
motions.
right after the bully show, right? That was right after bully beatdown.
Yeah, yeah, roughly around and then in that same time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I started roller coastering and stuff. And now, I'm trying to say, you know what, hey, I'm done thinking about like, yeah, the UFC or Bellator and stuff like that. I'm just thinking like, hey, you know what? Let me just make my mark by going out and all the different organizations I can fight their champs, be the champ, and collect my belts.
Heck
And
yeah.
I feel good about myself because I got a nice couple shelves full of belts
Yeah.
that I can say these are all mine.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know, I live all the way out here in Houston, man. That's where I ended up, and we have Legacy out here, man. I would love to see you come out here and whoop somebody's ass in Legacy. For sure, for sure. I've posted on your thing a couple of times some legacy things on your Facebook, man, and I posted a couple of your things to their thing. So I was hoping maybe when you somebody would say, "Hey, yeah, bring him over here." Have you ever talked to these guys out here?
Nah, I haven't. I mean, going the cross train like that right now. There's not. I was supposed to go to New
Well, no,
Mexico.
not. It's not a gym. It's a promotion. The legacy promotion.
See, I know. Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think my wife has hit them up and stuff, but not too sure. But yeah, I know. You know what? Just about. I've hit about. I hit about just about everybody up in different states. I mean, it's easier for me to fight outside of California than it
Uh-huh.
is in California. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but
Well, they all
yeah.
know you. They all know you in Cali. They're like, no, fuck that. Sorry, and now you're trying to go down to 185. So that's three-weight divisions that you would have owned, right?
Well, true. I mean, the only time I ever, like I said, I started out at light heavy, and then from there, when I went to heavy, is because I ran out of opponents, and that's kind of like where it's going now. That it starts to slow down a little bit. It's like, hey, well, let's dip down into 185, see what I can find down there.
Mhm.
But I mean, it always, hey, okay, we got you a fight, and then all of a sudden, hey, the fight got dropped. Why? Your opponent, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
yeah, man. Wow. Hey, man, I'm thinking about moving back to Cali in a couple of years, man. What's it looking like out there?
Not good. You know, every every day, my wife's like, "Why are we still here? We need to
Really?
leave." I mean, it's ridiculous to me. Cali, it used to be a great place,
Uh-huh.
and every year it gets worse and worse with gun control and just your
Yeah.
rights out here. All the everything's overpriced. Costs 10 times more than anywhere else, pretty much. So every day she tells me, "Why do we live here? Let's move, let's move. With the money you make, we could be rich anywhere else but here."
Yeah, man. And then now with Donald Trump and freaking Hillary Clinton, man, it's scary, man. It's looking like I want to move south. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I don't know, man. Your wife might be right. It might be time to leave. Well, if you guys did leave California, where do you think you'd go, man?
Well, she liked Michigan. You
Michigan?
know, she likes the snow, the weather up. We've been up there a couple of times. She likes it up there. But funny you live in Texas because she said, you know what, Texas might be the second place if we can get to Michigan. It
Yeah.
would be Texas. But her thing is snow, and she's like, does it snow in Texas?
No. Yeah, it snowed once since I've lived out here. I lived out here for like 10 years and it snowed once, man. I got one picture on Facebook and that is it. My kids were little. So,
Yeah,
and yeah. It we feel all the different weathers, all the different seasons, but it's definitely a little more humid than Cali. And the thing that gets me is that it's flat out here. There's no mountains. When you wake up in Ukaipa, you just look out the window and boom, there's the hills. And,
yeah,
and you can go run those hills. You can go, hiking in the mountains. You just came back from, the mountains with your family. We don't have that out here. Everything is all privately owned. So if you want to go run, you've got to go to a park. You got to drive somewhere, if that makes sense. And go to a park and go run through a park or whatever. And if you want to go hunt, you've got to either know somebody that has land or go to a national forest. But if that's my only complaints, then it's not too bad. You know what I mean? So.
yeah.
but uh but yeah, man, the only reason we're thinking about going back to Cali is I do comedy, and so we want to hit up LA and just kind of give it a go and see where it goes. Comedy's
Yeah.
it's good out here in Houston, but LA's the spot.
Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of keeps me here too. Because I tell the wife, well, if I leave, I mean, this is where the acting is and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm leaving that too. And
Mhm.
I think it's because, one of my daughters, she wants to be an actress. And
Mhm.
I'm like, it's going to be hard if we go somewhere else.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
there's a few little things, that keep us here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. For sure, for sure. And you have, I mean, I can see in the background, man, you know, it seems like you have a nice little spot, man, with some trees and stuff, and it's pretty, so I wouldn't be in any kind of rush, man. You know, I have a yard and stuff like that too, but my neighbors are a little bit too close, and you know, I don't know. You know.
that's the one thing I can't stand neighbors. You
Yeah.
know, right now, like the one of my neighbors, I got almost an acre of property. So my neighbor next to me has about 2 acres, and then over to my right, it's owned by the water district, so there's no neighbor there,
Oh, that's
and that's how
beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
like. People around the better.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can
When you
just
look,
do what you want. Yeah.
yeah, when
That's
we look at it's like we don't like living in the city. We don't like living anywhere where, hey, your neighbor, you can look over your fence and, hey, that's your neighbor's property right there, and you can almost touch his house. You
yeah.
know, space.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, do you hunt or anything like that?
Nah, I'd love to. I did it, back in the day
Uh-huh.
before family, but since the family I haven't. But we've been wanting to. Me and the wife, we've been wanting to teach the kids how to hunt and basic little survival stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that's one of the things too is like Forest Falls and Big Bear, you know, it's not the greatest hunting, but you can go out and do those types of things, you know. It's kind of fun, man. I really do miss that, man. Um, so what's coming up? You said you have a fight coming up in August, right?
Yeah,
So what's that date and where's that going to be at?
it's August 6th. It's in Oregon.
Uh-huh.
Um, I can't remember the name of the casino right now, but it's a nice place because it's right off the beach. So the hotel, I mean, you look out the window and boom, there's the sand in the ocean, and
Nice.
like just a few footsteps away. So it's nice.
That's
But
dope.
that's all I got lined up right now. I got a few other fights for what is it? I think one in late October and then September. So and
Cool.
those one would be in I believe Oklahoma and the other one in Canada if they stick.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, man. You know, I got to get to an open mic myself, man. I want to thank you so much for doing this, man. You guys, this has been Sup Friend. Like I said before, I'm just trying to reach out to old friends and to new ones, you guys, and just make some friends because I know I'm a big gruff looking, you know, bastard, but I'm not that bad of a guy. So thank you for tuning in. Tony, thank you for doing this with me. You guys, like I said before, I'm not going to be doing this on a regular basis, so just keep your eyes out and peace.